It's really cool to just have people in their 20s in general on this platform to, you know, talk about real life shit that people who are 20 years old, you know, have to deal with.
Want me to go and do a lot of records like that, and it's like, see, here's the disconnect between people that people don't here's the disconnect between people and artists. Mm-hmm. People don't understand that creatives are helping everybody cope, but we need to cope as well. So I was making music trying to teach people this, trying to give game and just trying to spit facts to everybody. And nobody was helping me. So I'm making music for everybody else and nobody's like doing nothing for me. I'm not even doing nothing for me. So I started to change my music in the way I make it, tailor it to what I like to listen to, what makes me feel good, what makes me, the fan, you know what I'm saying, feel good. Because at the end of the day, I'm a fan and I'm an artist. When I listen to my shit, I'm like, okay, I can see it as an artist why I did that. But as a fan, do I really like this? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of, damn, I always get sidetracked. I don't know why the fuck. I be thinking about some shit.
You're good. Talking about artists making music for themselves.
Oh, yeah, like, yeah, so, like, people would always tell me the 1636 stuff, like, and I still get people, like, but kind of going back to what Polo G was talking about, I think on Twitter today, like, your core fan base is going to feel you regardless. Like, if they like you, they like you. So, they should be on board for your journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, going back to the Future shit, like, some of the shit that he says might, like, you could take a line, like, when you wake up before you brush your teeth, you grab a strap, right? So it's like, somebody from the suburbs is like, yo, why would he say that in a song? Like, that's first thing you do when you wake up before you even brush your teeth, pick up a gun. But there's people that wake up like that. And when they hear that shit, when in the morning, like when you play that type of shit in the morning, bro, or like when you out here serving or you doing whatever you doing, yeah, that's like crack. That's like a adrenaline shot right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a fucking boost of energy. That's like, it's a high. It's another high.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's inspiring. It's motivating. It's the difference in a lot of people's lives. So just might not be in yours per se. You know what I'm saying? Not you, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speaking generally, but yeah, like, and a lot of these people is just, a lot of these artists, some of the shit they do it for themselves. Like, some of the shit Future and Thug say, Uzi, some of them is comical. Like, they say some funny shit. And I'm sure it's because sometimes they just want to have fun and laugh, bro.
Especially Thug.
Yeah,
I
but
think it's hilarious.
Sometimes I even do it too. Like, I just want to have fun sometimes. Like, It's really not that serious to always be this deep. Like, let's laugh sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
So, and this is how I address everything. So,
what song to you that you have made has been extremely, like, therapeutic to you? A song that you made that was just like, wow, I'm fucking glad I got that out.
Paralyzed is definitely one of them. I feel like this next project is gonna have some of them on it. The whole 1636 tape. A lot of shit, man. It's rarely do I just, like, more so recently, but rarely do I just go in there and just start saying shit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, have you ever, like, started crying when you're making a song or crying in the studio?
Yeah, all that, yeah.
Are those songs typically, have you noticed?
Sometimes you don't even use them. Honestly, sometimes you just have to get them out. You know, sometimes you just have to get that energy out.
Yeah.
Because you might be in a fucking such a unstable mindset. You just saying all type of shit. Like, it's like one of them things, like an exercise almost. Like when they say when you want to tell somebody something really fucking mean, just write it down, ball it up, and throw it away.
Yeah.
And you'll feel a little better. It's like that kind of, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's a different way to think about it. I never thought about putting it like that.
Yeah.
Now, fuck, I had a music question. God damn it.
Oh, I brought my book.
Man, we gonna be here forever. I love it. I had a fucking music question. What the fuck?
We could wrap up soon, though.
Okay.
All you need to know, look, this is the camera?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, if you a musician or a producer, anybody in the music industry, cop this fucking book. Read it. This is like This is my second time reading it. I'm about to read it again after I'm done. You cool. You don't have to hold it up no more. It's called All You Need to Know About the Music Business by Donald Passman.
We can be here as long as you want.
Considered the industry Bible. But, man, if you want to be in the music industry, the music business, just learn. Just read about it, man. Just, because otherwise they're going to exploit you. They did it to me.
Now, I was going to say, when we talk occasionally and from time to time, and I believe you picked this up after you got out your deal, right?
This helped me get out my deal.
Okay, correct. Kind of give us a timeline about that, if you can talk about that.
I started reading this around February.
Last year.
Right
when the pandemic started.
Right when the pandemic started.
I remember.
I never read books like that, bro. Mm-hmm. So this was the first one that I was like, and it was because I was in a fucked up deal, and I was like I have to get educated. They gonna do this to me again. You know what I'm saying? Even if I get out this shit, they gonna do it again. Yeah. Cause I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So it's like, go read the book, go do some homework, and that's what I did. I just dove into this shit, and especially right now in music, because the music industry is fucking booming, and they just started making a real profit again in 2016. With passing the Music Modernization Act, music is in a transitional period. It's been going through a transitional period. So do some homework, do some research, because all this shit is changing.
What's making it transition? Streaming?
The streaming, yeah. I mean, the whole industry flipped on its head when streaming hit. CDs, CDs died, all of that shit. So now, the transitional period, we're still at the back end of it, but I feel like it was the
right when streaming popped off.
Like the LimeWire shit, when they had to cut off all the downloads, all that shit. The music industry was losing hella money. Now they got that shit.
Do you have Netflix?
Yeah.
Have you watched Hip Hop Evolution?
Nah.
Bro, great documentary on just modern. I would advise everyone to check that out. It's like history and hip hop all the way down to the music, down to the business. One thing that they talked about, these labels losing money, when DJ Drama and the other guy were making the mixtapes.
Cannon, right?
Cannon. And they went and raided them and took out all their mixtapes because they were losing money. But at the time, 50 Cent and Lil Wayne were like the mixtape guys. They were putting out shit every fucking week, all the time, because whether they were rapping over beats that weren't theirs, or they didn't have to wait for any label approval, especially Wayne. Wayne's like mixtape king. So, that's actually interesting and it kind of really, because I already knew labels were shiesty. I already knew that was some bullshit. I feel like everyone knows that. But at the same time, that really put in perspective for me, the fact that you...
But that's what, not to cut you off, but going back to what I was talking about, are the labels shiesty?
Okay.
Do you know any label?
I don't. Personally?
Do you know any... Have you spoken to a label? You spoken to a person at a label?
I have.
I'm saying, but I'm hypothetically speaking.
Okay.
You don't... The label is the entity. Essentially, a person is the one doing everything.
Okay.
So for me, it's not a war. It's not an attack on the industry, in terms of what they are, who these companies are, what their names are.
It's the people.
It's the people in these suits. It's the people in these chairs that been here. They probably not going nowhere anytime soon, but that's why it's important for me, Russ, people like independent artists, Taylor Bennett, Saba, all the people in Chicago that's rocking off, Flex, all the independent artists, let's go get our money. You know what I'm saying? Let's go build this shit, because in 20, 30 years, we can't rap forever. So somebody's gonna have to fill them chairs. Somebody's gonna have to be in them suits one day. So let's do our thing. Let's get our money. Let's get our bag right, and then let's go take over this shit. That's just the way I look at it. And it ain't even nothing here yet. In Chicago. We need to send this bitch up. We need to really send this bitch up. I don't know if it's possible, honestly, but they should want to bring a branch here.
A branch of a label?
Def Jam should want to have a location in Chicago.
I'm surprised there isn't. Chicago's a major... Why are they all based in New York and LA?
It's LA, New York, Atlanta. But in the country shit, what, Memphis, I think it is.
Memphis, Nashville.
Nashville, yeah. So, but really it's LA and New York for
label shit. Why are they all based out there? LA, I guess LA.
I'm gonna actually, that's a good question. I'm gonna do some research. I'm pretty sure it's just the big cities, but.
And that's where people are always at, probably.
So I think, but there's no industry here. So there's no need for them to come here. Let's create something, like, and then.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You mean there's no industry here in Chicago? What do you mean by no industry? Because the artists and the talent trees here. We got some of the best talent in the whole fucking world.
But there's no business structure yet. Like it's forming now. There's no like there are no Def Jams. There are no like there's not even a QC.
Universal or
but there ain't even a QC.
I thought QC was an Atlanta only thing.
That's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
There ain't even a QC like where we could have a Chicago label that's like a powerhouse.
Yeah.
You feel me? That is not like just some Chicago shit, but like has Lil Baby the highest selling album in the fucking world. Like that's an Atlanta label. Like imagine if Dirk and Juice and Juice actually did drop under a Chicago label with Grade A, but I think they're based in LA. I don't think they're based in Chicago.
It was an extension out here.
But they're Chicago ran, but like we need, I don't know. I guess that's what I wanted ATS to be.
I was gonna say because ATS is based in LA.
Nah, ATS is Chicago. Hitco's LA.
Hitco is the parent and based in LA. Okay.
Yeah. I thought that's what we could do with that, but didn't turn out that way. I think we just need to build this shit, man.
Yeah.
And we need to start saving this money. We need to start getting this money, saving it and investing into ourselves. Like when I say ourselves, I mean Chicago. Like you hear the stereotypes like you got to go out to LA to get a deal. You got to do this. Now think about it like this. I forgot where the fuck I was hearing this shit, but like you get a deal, right? You're an artist from Chicago. You sign your deal in LA, right? You keep flying back and forth. You're going to restaurants out there. You're buying your clothes out there. You probably got a house out there, a car out there.
Live out there.
You're spending all your money out there. Come spend that money here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come eat here. And I know it's hard because people is really killing each other, and like a few artists from here, they gonna get on that with you. Period. Like you gonna have to. You need security. You need all of that. But let's shop at like Juggernaut and Leaders and Boneyard and Fat Tiger. Like let's do that a lot. Fuck the designer. Like let's go do that. You know.
I actually saw a tweet today that said even your friends' brands are still considered designer brands.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Let's go shop at our homies' shit. Like let's go eat at our homies' restaurant. Like you know, like I get the status symbols that everything is, and it's cool to do that shit every now and then. But
yeah,
you dropping thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on Louis.
Honestly, bro, and I don't mean to shit on nobody what they choose. I mean to cut you off. I think spending so much money on that shit is honestly stupid. Like, you know, the whole little...
Unless you could write it off somehow.
Period. Facts. But at the same time, I do feel like because these things have been put in... People put so much weight on these Gucci's and Louis Vuittons and, oh, I paid $300,000 for this bag. Like, you paid $300,000 for something that could easily get stolen, burned, or what.
Yeah, I'll take that bitch from you right now, folks in them grade.
You know?
That's my bag.
You know what
Fuck
I'm
you talking about? But no, yeah.
So like you spend all that money on that, but that could have been used for something different. I don't see that was dumb to me. Like
I used to think like that too though, so I get it. But yeah, you're right.
You know, this is like you spent $300,000 on a bag. $300,000, that's over $250,000. You could do something.
You could have bought a property.
You could have bought a property.
You could own some shares in Apple right now. You could you could do a lot of shit with that money. But you know, if we were financially literate,
maybe. But you know what? Since we're talking about education. And we're going to switch gears to music. We'll get back to music. When I talk about you, I always say this, man, and I love that you started a book club. That shit is fire.
Appreciate it, bro.
I'm so fucking proud of you.
Appreciate it, bro.
That shit is off the chain. Like, what you and No Name are doing, bro, is super dope. I don't know any other rappers with book clubs. If I forgot you, I'm sorry. But what you two are doing, I think is dope. Not trying to diss her, but one thing I like that you do is that you're very transparent. I know mid-pandemic, we were sending each other videos. You sent me the video of you actually going through books and reviewing them and reading them and things like that. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest shits I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate that a lot. I think that with the book club, I had no idea what the fuck it was gonna become. I just felt like I fucking found gold after I read this book, because I'm somebody that's
with a $2 bill as a bookmark.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Traumatized, like I said. So people have been saying this meditation and breathing and all of these things to help me for a long time.
Yeah.
When I started reading, not only was I gaining knowledge, I was calming down. I was feeling better about myself. It was doing things that I could have never imagined what a book could do for me. You feel me?
Mhm.
So I was like, yo, more people got to feel like this.
Yeah.
Because I was scared. Look at how this is like 500 pages. I was
Sick.
scared when I bought this. I was like, fuck.
Right.
And it could be intimidating for people. And I think that's why they don't read to begin with. A lot of people are like nervous, scared. They see a book, they're like, I can never read that. But what if I told you that this 500-page book, in 50 days, you will finish it if you just read 10 pages a day? And if you split that up, 5 pages in the morning, 5 pages at night,
It's not that bad.
it'll take you about 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, and you'll be done with this book in a month and a half, 2 months. So with that, when you start like compartmentalizing things and breaking it down, that's how I created the 8matic reading plan. Because I read 4 books at a time. So, and now I'm reading bigger books. I'm about to start branching off into textbooks and like shit with all the knowledge. You feel me? But I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. But I just felt like more people need to see this, and not more people in specific into the species. More people where I come from. More people, more Latin people, more Black people, more poor people. You know,
People who didn't really get a fair chance.
yeah, because once we get out of school, we feel like a lot of us feel like you don't have to learn no more. Nobody's making you learn. First of all, we didn't learn much anyway. Now nobody's even trying to learn anything else, and that's why it's like a decline. So I noticed a bunch of stuff in myself, not just my intelligence, but my decision making, my critical thinking skills. Like I said earlier, you know, poor judgment, like horrible judgment, and it just goes down to intelligence or lack thereof. You know, so like I said, when I read that one, I was like, no way, this is a fluke. Bought another book.
I didn't think it'd be that easy to learn about the music industry. Everyone makes it seem so like
You got to read that shit a bunch of times. You're not gonna read it one time and be like, I know the music industry. I read that. I listen to podcasts. I fucking take classes, and I still don't know shit. Like, I know a lot, I guess, but I still don't know shit. Like, I'm gonna read that probably like 10 more times. Like, just because I plan on doing some really big things, and can't nobody take advantage of me. So I need to get on that level, you know?
Well, you did start something pretty good, which again very proud of you for. But correct me if I'm wrong, but you started your own label.
Yeah, man.
8matiklogan Records.
8matic Records, thank you.
8matic Records. I apologize.
Yeah.
8matic Records.
I should have brought a shirt.
Good shit, man.
But yeah, just dropped the 8matic record label T2. But yeah, dropped the
where can they get that at? Everything's in your bio.
Yeah. So my website is in my bio, so you can get hats, shirts, masks, and hoodies. I got the hoodie on right now.
Mask right here, everybody. I wish I had something better to like put it on. My bad, bro.
Feel me? I got the all white joints with the blood red 8s.
Yes, sir.
Stitched in there embroidery.
That's nice.
Got the white 8s on the mask.
Yes, sir. Yes. And see, it's easy to support someone like you who there's a message behind it. A lot of times people say, I'm gonna just, not to shit on anybody. I guess I kind of am, but people just like jump in the merch like, I'm gonna just do it. You know, yada, yada, yada. But unless you don't have a purpose and meaning behind your shit, and it's not just merch, it's anything. People like to do shit that's popular. Like, if you notice, everyone's getting a podcast. And everyone's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. It's like, okay, people are gonna feel the realness. People are gonna understand where you're coming from. And if that shit don't feel right, I feel like you're doing just to do it, nobody finna fuck with
Yeah, your shit gonna go like this, and the real one's gonna rise. Because that shit, it's like with anything else. It's just technology, and the way the world is moving is making everything very diluted and oversaturated. But the real, like, what's that shit in the Drake song? All the real shit's gone.
You might rotate until the camera gets your face.
My bad. I feel like I did half the interview like this.
You did. I wasn't trying to say that, but you kept. This time you went like completely that way, and I was like, damn. I would like people to see your face a little bit.
Yeah, my bad.
You're all good.
But yeah, I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Merch and Drake and people being real behind your message.
Oh yeah, the all that. What's the song? The pound cake shit. All the real shit is gone. All that other shit is gone.
All the shit is here today will be gone tomorrow.
Yeah, like only real shit is gonna last. Like, shout out to Lawyers for Musicians. They broke down the story of that shit of how they got sued for that. But
Oh really? That sucks.
But yeah, only the real shit's gonna last, bro.
Facts. Now, you starting your own label, did having issues with your previous label kind of inspire that?
Yeah. I just want it's the empowerment, it's the control, the ability to do more,
Yeah.
you know? It's just the beginning for that. Like for the label for me as an artist, as I guess you could call me an executive too, because I'm running my label, but it's really just for me.
You're one of them now.
Yeah, but that's great because like I said earlier, somebody has to get in those suits and somebody has to get in those rooms in 20 years. And I would love to do that for 8matic Records, not for one of these other labels, you feel me?
Yeah.
Unless they want to give me a dumbass bag.
To be like a subsidiary of them?
To be like an A&R, to be like an exec. Because you'll see, everybody gonna see what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
But 8matic Records is gonna be just love it, man. I'm so happy with that, like with the merch, with the book club, with the record label, with the release of 888, like
Yeah.
you know, just seeing my hard work come to fruition is just it's more than rewarding.
Mm-hmm. That's good to hear, man. That's great. Now, how did it feel once you actually got free?
It felt amazing. Like part of me wanted to throw a party. And then part of me was just like pray right now. Just go pray. Like, you know, just pray. And then like with anything else, nah, you know, I was just praying, bro. I just felt like, you know, just thankful. Really appreciative, bro.
Okay. That's good, man. That's good. Now, switching gears back to music. We were talking about songs and connecting with fan bases. Are there any songs that are, not any songs that you made, but other songs by other artists that like just are so important to you or make you feel a way or just have kind of shaped you as a person, a way that you think?
It's a great question.
So while you thinking, I'll probably say, Love Yours.
Who's that by?
Cole.
Oh, by J. Cole.
Yep. Probably Love Yours. Because it goes back to, we talk about it again, but like perspective and just
I think
appreciating what you have.
Yeah. I have songs like that, I think, for sure. I think songs that kind of hit me like that, if I say like the titles, people probably won't be like, won't understand. Like if I say Thief in the Night by Young Thug, people won't be like, how does that, what do you mean by that? But it's like, there is a feeling that I get from that and an emotional attachment and sentiment that I have in that song that takes me specifically back to, I think, 2016. So when I hear that song, something erupts in here.
Okay.
And there's other songs too that you wouldn't categorize them as that, but they do that for me. I think it's unique to each person. I love so many songs. I'd be doing myself a disservice if I just started naming like one or two.
Yeah, I hear you.
So many songs have done stuff for me, bro.
What's the song that made you cry?
Oh, too many. Way too many, bro. Let's see. What's one that made me cry? A lot of Pac shit. Shit made me cry. I cried listening to Lil Peep when he died. I cried listening to Juice when he died.
Mac made me cry.
Mac. But so nothing, no song in particular, just listening to them at that moment was emotional. Yeah. A lot of songs.
You know what's crazy about Mac? Like, when Swimming came out, rest in peace, Mac. But like when Swimming had came out, that was he dropped it and I listened to it. I'm like, wow, like this is really fucking good. Like I'm really late on Mac, right? And I'm just like, man, I could see myself continue to be a fan of this man. I was super late on Mac. Like the fact that I started listening on Swimming was really just a sign of.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I fucked up. I was really late on Mac. And when Mac died, that was like that's when I first started doing radio. So like, not only did he die right when I got on his album, I had a whole show attributed just to him because I went back and listened to like all his music. And it just kind of sucks to say that. Like, as soon as I can become a fan of this man, I'm going to go see this on tour, and all of a sudden it's like, passes.
Mac was a big inspiration for me, man. Part of the reason why I started making music, you know, just as a kid, seeing another kid, like someone who has white skin. For me, seeing someone else like me existing in a culture that like when I was younger, I just didn't feel like it was for people with my skin color. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't feel it personally. I just didn't feel like I could do it. I love it, but I didn't feel like I could do it until I heard Eminem. Until I heard Eminem made me believe it. But Mac, I was around his age. I was in school.
His music is a little more down to earth than Eminem's too.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like, I mean, Kool-Aid and frozen pizza. Like, I eat that shit all the time.
Right.
Smoke weed, like, you know. So I was like, it was around the same time. It was Mac Miller and Chief Keef that really made me dive into music and be like, I could do this, because it was this white kid from Pittsburgh with tattoos that kind of looks like me in terms of skin. Likes to do the same shit I do, smoke. You know, clearly he likes being around girls and stuff. Makes dope ass music, loves music like I do, loves the type of music I love. So I feel like I could do that too. You know what I'm saying? We're close in age. Not to take anything away from him, but I'm just like, I can do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then I see Keith, 30 blocks that way, that's younger than me, blowing the fuck up. And I'm like, I could do this shit.
Yeah.
That made me think I could do it. Nah, I know I could do this shit.
Because that was home.
Yeah.
That's home.
That's right here. And he set the world on fire.
Changed music.
Changed music forever.
Forever.
It's still new artists today that are coming out inspired by Keith, or artists Keith inspired.
Where would you say Keith ranks in like Chicago music legends?
Oh, he's up there. It's him and Kanye. It has to be him and Kanye as the GOATs. In terms of impact, obviously there's more business savvy people,
Of course.
you know, but more successful people commercially. But I think in terms of impact, like Keith and Ye.
Impact is priceless though.
Yeah.
That's why it's influential, because even though Kanye's a rare blend of, because a lot of times the most influential artists that we think are like the dopest, which probably are dopest, often like maybe don't pop because of a commercial, don't get like the huge, or don't become like the Drakes or the Kendricks. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Like a Mos Def, for example. Penn is crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he'll never, attention wise, he'll never get the same amount of attention as like a Drake or Kendrick would, even though he's like considered one of the best rappers. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? Or like a 3 Stacks.
You know what's fucked up? Yeah, but you know what's fucked up in our culture? Not even our culture, just, I guess you could say the hip hop culture, but really our country's culture and the way we are. Like, you could kind of put Nip in that category too, until he died and it became a
martyr.
Yeah. And it's like, why do we have to die? Like, I talk about Nip a lot because that's the type of, Nip and Kobe really are the type of dedication and obsessiveness that you need to have, and that desire, that dedication that you need to have to be great. You have to be so willing to be great that
You sacrifice a bunch of shit.
you might not see your apex. That's how great, like, all of these artists, Drake, you think he's gonna see his biggest moment? No. When he dies, his shit's gonna go all the way up, you know? Wayne, like, it's just the way it is, but it sucks, man. But I like to, not like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying right now, but that's what I was saying when I bring up Nip and Kobe, you know, like, that's what separates the people is, you know, they were, that was why they blew up after their death. It's because they were just so into this shit, regardless of if they were successful. They weren't tolerating not being successful, but they were just in it for the right reasons. And it resonated with us. And then, you know, tragedy strikes, and then you get commercial success, but whole time you were already that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's weird, but it makes sense when you study the way people are, you know? So.
Yeah, I think it goes down to people being, I think it's a balance of people taking people for granted, taking life for granted. Because if you look at it, like, a lot of people are saying, you know, and even to this day, which really pisses me off, we talk about like basketball players, talk about rank. They always talk about Mike and Bron. Forget about Kobe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's a matter of people taking certain things for granted because people can be gone tomorrow. Just remind them to enjoy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Kobe was, I know you're older than me, but the interesting fact, right? You know, you brought up Chief Keef earlier. Me and him have the same exact birthday.
Same year and day.
Same
everything?
year, August 15th,
That's
1996.
crazy.
That shit is nuts. I wanna sit down with him one day.
That's crazy. You should definitely.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down with him one day.
That's fine.
I don't know what it's gonna be like because I can't say I've always been like the biggest fan, but I gotta stuff in my research and I'm gonna sit down with Keith one day for sure. I'm speaking into existence.
Keith is the GOAT, bro.
Yeah,
Keith is the GOAT, man. Shout out Keith, man. Glory boys.
he's always like reinventing himself too. For what I've seen, like I think he did a little something to streaming and then he was doing a little producing on the side too. And he was just on somebody's album. What the fuck?
He was on Uzi's album.
Thank you. Yeah, he was on Uzi album and it was somebody.
But he's producing stuff for other people too. I think he's only 23, G. Or how old are you? 24. He's only 24. Like he has 6 more years before he's even 30. And he's been famous since I was a kid. So it's like he has time to get a lot of other things in order. But he's Chief Keef, bro. Like, and until he dies, he's gonna be Keef.
Even after he dies, he's gonna be Keith.
Yeah. So like you said, you can't put a price on impact.
Yeah, 100%.
I do hope he gets his stuff more organized and I used to not give a fuck about that, but as I get more into the industry, I realize how essential and vital that type of stuff is.
Business.
Yeah, in terms of success. You could be the rawest person ever, but a lot of this shit ain't even about talent. It's about all the intangible, all the fucking ancillary things that you're doing. So I hope Keith continues to grow and improve, but folks is the GOAT.
See, that's one thing that stresses me out about life, though. Like you brought that up, is like you want to get your business, other little things right. That's one thing that stresses me out because it's like there's so many little shit that can go wrong with anything and everything. Like, God forbid, say the power went out and then all the like this interview was like lost or some shit, or goddamn some bullshit happens and then like I get in a car accident, I can't use my throat anymore. Now I can't do this. Like some stuff you can't control, but it's stressful to think about all the little things that can happen and how fragile life is. Just
you have to just
you have going.
Don't think about it, man. You just gotta go.
Yeah.
But the law of attraction and the law of there's a lot of laws. There's a lot of laws, but the law of attraction in particular, and manifestation. If you try not to think about that stuff, you're likely to avoid it. The one thing that's inevitable is you're gonna die. All of us are gonna die.
Yep.
That's the one thing that none of us can run from. Other than that, and I don't do a good job at it, but try not to think about the little things, like the little bad things.
I don't either.
I do a horrible job at that. But there's some advice, I guess.
I think you're giving a lot of advice this episode, though. I think so. So now, real quick, let's switch gears, right? So we talked about music. Can I get your opinion on some stuff that's actually happened recently in the world?
Yeah.
Capitol Hill.
So I didn't even know what the fuck was happening. I dropped merch. I was dropping my merch. I was up since like 6 in the morning. Like I do everything myself. So I'm on my laptop, stocking the inventory, making sure all the links are right. I have to post and schedule to post on Instagram. I have to I'm doing all this shit I post. I'm like, start sending it out. Yo, can you show me some love? Woo this. And Jordan actually hit me like, bro, this is not a good time to like drop merch. I'm what? So I go on my phone like a little in a like 10 minutes and after I finish my shit, I'm like, damn, they tweaking.
That's super tweaking, bro. Hell yeah. First of all, his ass always comes out the cut with some advice.
Who?
Jordan. He's always watching. He'll always come out the cut and be like, you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
I think you should take this down. I don't think you should say that. It's always something. With me, it's like posting shit at midnight. Sometimes I'll be like, fucking, I'm posting. It's like, no, this is your peak time and shit like that.
Shout out to my boy, Heavybutlite.
That's the guy, man. One day, I told him one day I'm going to do something super nice for him, bro. And I think that when time comes, I think he's building himself up to be like a Chicago legend.
Yeah.
If you look at
that's
it.
my boy.
I mean, even just the camera, from the camera to giving people advice to being like a Suedo manager, just asking questions to picking music, doing whatever.
Strategizing. Helping people.
He's a smart motherfucker, man. And his heart's in the right place, too.
But that's the type of people we need in the industry.
Facts.
Like, that's why I fuck with him. Because I kind of carry those same values, And I like to work with like minds and align myself with that. So that's why I fuck with you, Jordan. My boy.
Yeah, man.
Gang. Gang.
Facts, bro. That's one of my closest friends, bro. I consider him my brother, for sure. That's my guy.
Oh, that's my fucking slime. We've been through a lot. Hey, you remember when we was in LA? This man, I always tell the story. Folks made me walk down Sunset at, it was like 2 a.m. for no reason. He felt like walking.
Tweaking.
I was like, there was nothing to do.
Did he have his camera with him?
I don't know.
But that's tripping. That's really weird. Did y'all have fun, though?
Yeah. Oh, not really. Not on that walk. The trip was fun though.
Yeah, no, I liked LA when I went out there.
Yeah.
My favorite part was probably Venice Beach and like eating at Roscoe's. But other than that, LA was pretty good.
On fire.
Yeah.
I mean, bro.
Now, Capitol Hill. It's crazy. I was at work, and where I work at, people come in and they're there for a few hours, so they end up talking about shit. And this guy got to screaming and talking. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about, bro? Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, can somebody please shut him up? He's screaming and talking. And I thought he was talking about some like conspiracy, but the election just happened. He's always in there talking about some nonsense, talking shit. I'm like, bro, just please be fucking quiet. I check my phone. I get a text, and I'm like, yo, are you seeing this? I'm like, what? And sure enough, I go check Twitter. Bruh, these people are fucking wilding. Running up in there, climbing walls.
Oh, yes. Honestly, when I seen it, I was just like, it's disgusting. Like, it's just like, I stopped looking at it. I was like, man, they're going to get dealt with. They should get dealt with.
Should.
Somebody should deal with them. It just turned me off right when I seen it. I was just like, this shit is stupid, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking stupid. Like, I look at them, I look at these people, and I see clearly they're fucking not, like, they're not the most brightest people.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you do all that for what? What are you doing that for? That's not gonna get nobody reelected. You're not doing anything. That shit really boggled my mind.
That shit was so stupid, bro. That shit was dumb as fuck, dude.
I still don't understand why they did it.
Me neither.
I don't get why, and I think that
that shit was dumb.
The first thing I thought of, if they were black, if that was a group of black people who even attempted
that shit would have been
Capitol Hill massacre. Everybody be dead. You about to run up on one of the most important buildings in the country, you're dead. You're gone. I don't give a fuck with nobody.
That's white privilege, bro.
Absolutely. Do you
oh shit.
So I know what you keep doing. I think it's a habit. It's cool. But one thing I do want to ask you, how exactly do you identify racially? Because I don't want to just assume.
So race is white. Race is like your skin color, right? Yeah, I don't really know the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I should. I don't really know the difference.
I think race is your ethnicity. Nationality is where you from. What country you born in. So if I was born in Mexico, I live here now.
So nationality, I'm American.
Right.
Race is your skin color?
Race is your, I think, lineage. It's like I'm African American.
Okay. And then your ethnicity is your blood?
I think so.
I'm Mexican, Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Italian.
Okay, cool.
So, but I have to put Caucasian. I have to put white because I have white skin. But I also put Latin. I also put Hispanic, like, when they give me the option.
Yeah.
My last name is Vargas. So, like, but I have to, like, I'm on the white, I guess they call me white Hispanic, the whitewashed Latino people. That's what they put me
whitewashed? That's fucked up.
Well, that's what they call us.
You know, it's crazy because that term, that whitewash term, only comes from people. I've only heard it from people in that culture, from other like Hispanic or Latino people, or Latinx, excuse me, because that's one person. But Latinx people, they always say like, "Oh, that's whitewash," or I forget I forget the exact term for white in Spanish. It's not Greek.
Gringo?
Gringo, is that the term?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that. Like I hear it all the time, and it's fucked up that I hear from them, but because of your lighter skin,
I've always had a problem. Like,
okay,
I've never fit in anywhere.
Okay.
I was always too white for the people that I really was, like, where I'm from. Like, in terms of, not like I couldn't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, trying to find people that I meshed well with was kind of difficult. And I had to really put in a lot of work to build friendships and relationships. Because, like, I went to school with all Hispanic and black kids, like grammar school. So they just used to call me white boy sometimes. And that's cool, I guess. I didn't give a fuck. But, I was just, I wanted to feel like I was a part of, the other kids. So I always had to deal with the white shit. Like, not to say that I'm dealing with anything, because I have white privilege too. Like, I could tell you all the times that my white skin has fucking helped me. You know what I'm saying? But as a kid, you don't really know much. You just know that you're just a human being, and you're just like, people keep calling me all these fucking things, and
you're
it's
just
like,
laughing.
yeah. So, but all my friends are, black and Latino, so it's like, and that's what I am. But
Black.
I mean, I'm not black. I don't have.
He's not. You're not black, but in the environment you grew up in and people you grew around, we would consider you as a black person.
I'm Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican, and Italian.
understand.
I don't like people. Like, I don't want, like, that race line is like a thing that I don't like play with. It took me a long time to understand what the fuck is really going on. And now as I get older and I keep going, I'm really not tolerating that type of energy from like just that vibe, like that separating, that divisive vibe. Because like I said, when I was a kid, you know, I just always felt like I couldn't relate to anyone, man. There's nobody that's part Hispanic, part white, that's poor, you know what I'm saying, that's in this environment, at least nobody right here that can relate to me. And I just wanted to I think that's probably why I love hip hop so much, is because it gave me a chance to and it gave me an opportunity to tell people, like, you know, that I'm with y'all. Like, come on, you feel me? Like, we all in this shit.
Did you ever feel like, you know, because you're a hip hop artist, did people treat you differently because of color of your skin? Did they not take you serious? Did you get
hell
some
yeah
treatment?
Yeah, I went through it all over again when I became a rapper. Like, and it's not like, I'm not trying to sit here and say having white skin is a bad thing, bro. I know,
no means.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you in-depth insight on my life. So, yeah, there's still people that don't even fuck with me just because I'm like a white rapper.
Yeah.
And I get
Which
that.
is corny as fuck.
Yeah, but I get why. You know what I'm saying? White people have done some fucked up shit, bro. They're still doing fucked up shit. And it's just, you know, so I get it. I understand it. But yeah.
You know, you brought up being younger and people cracking jokes about you and like your color, your skin, and you not really noticing what it was. I went through that too, right? I was on the swim team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right? Black kid on the swim team. It wasn't, I think out of the entire county here, I think I was like one of like maybe 6. A lot of high schools in this county. And a lot of times they used to get like a lot of little racist jokes off on me. And I would even like realize it. Like someone would even repeat on here because they might.
Yeah, as a kid, you just don't know.
I was like, oh my God. But looking back, I'm like, bro, that's fucking horrible. Like,
fucked up.
I got compared to a bucket of shit once.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, in like high school. It's just crazy. And I think that as we get older, we go on, we finally realize what we're going to tolerate and what we not. But that kind of shit is foul, man. And it kind of makes I don't have any kids, nor have any on the way, but it makes you paranoid to think like, you know, what exactly.
Yeah, I've been called some foul shit too.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how creative some of these people get with like comparing you to something, like not you, but like comparing people to something. It's like, bro, if you just took some of that energy and tried to do something like a positive thought, like comparing you to a bucket of shit.
It's horrible, bro. And on top of that, now we were kids in high school. Because in high school, you a fucking kid.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, where did he learn that
But that's
from?
a real, yeah, for sure.
Where did he
Yes,
fucking
he
get
heard that
from?
somewhere.
Facts.
And that's a real person that you just told that to.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
sickening. Shit crazy, man.
Goes back to the households and the education, like you said, he heard that somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we have to start teaching our kids better, bro.
I completely agree. All right, let's get to, I got a few more. Capitol Hill, the election. A lot of these questions we've just been able to answer through this conversation. I'm actually pretty excited about that.
Fire.
What would you say overall your 20s have been for you? This is a podcast where we kind of predominantly, you know, beginning of the episode, me and Pierce are here, we always talk about our 20s experience, everything's we're going through. What would you say your 20s have been for you so far?
A fucking roller coaster. A mystery, a maze, all of that. A fucking whirlwind. You don't know what to expect. They don't even tell you when you turn 25, your frontal lobe develops.
Really?
So,
I can't wait.
So yeah, you're not 25.
I'm 24. I can't wait.
When you're 25, you're gonna realize what I just said.
I be feeling like I'm missing shit.
Yeah, when you turn 25, you hit that yeah, you gonna understand what I'm talking about. And we spent all this time, our early 20s, we're just going through existential crisis, a lot of us, or identity crises, and even the mid 20s. So my whole 20s has just been a fucking whirlwind. But I'm trying to pace it and end it strong. It hasn't been bad, but it's just been up and down, fluctuating. It's been a fun experience though.
Yeah. What advice you give someone else come by in their 20s till now? I'm sorry, I worded that completely. What advice do you give to someone who is about to come in their 20s? Sorry, I was ready to text. I told somebody to come by, and then I was talking. That's my fault.
So what would I tell somebody that's approaching their 20s?
Yep. What would you be their advice to them?
Don't do anything illegal. Try not to do anything illegal.
Oh yeah.
That's not gonna try not to do something that's gonna put you away, I should say.
Because some of the laws and some stuff is legal and not legal. Is
yeah, like smoking weed and like do your thing. Just don't kill nobody. Don't like drive drunk. Don't do no fucking like really dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna be here as long as nothing takes you out. You're gonna be here, and your 20s are gonna be over, and you're gonna feel like a 30-year-old. You're gonna feel your body's gonna hurt in like 10 years. So, you know, like understand that life goes on past your 20s. Just have fun. Just try to be responsible, and don't take this shit too serious at the beginning. Just have fun, but you do have to plan though. Like it's not just the 20s. Your 20s is not a fucking free ride. You know, it's not an excuse to just do whatever the fuck you want. Because like I said, that 30 comes. And 29 comes. Your 20s end at like 27. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Really? Your 20s don't end at 30. I'm only 26. Okay. But I feel it's coming. The end is already near because I'm already thinking about 30. You feel me? So and if you're anything like me, somebody who has to prepare and plan their life, I'm already 30. Because I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna be doing in 2026. So 2025, 24, like all these years I have like 5-year plans and shit. So right now I'm 26, but these next 4 years are gonna fly by and I need to be prepared when I'm in my 30s. You feel me? So I'll just tell somebody if you're entering your 20s, you're not like, don't be one of those people that's like 20, turning 20 going on 50. Like just don't think you're grown, like you got it all figured out, like chill. You feel me? But have fun. Just try to stay out of jail and try to stay out of like the hospital.
Yeah, and save your fucking money. I just started a 401k.
Yeah.
Just started one.
It's hard to get 20-year-olds to save their money. I feel like you have to have some type of financial experience for you to value money.
I had mine. Let me tell you. Last year, I wasn't really saving my I wasn't really putting money in my savings account like that. I was just blowing that shit, spending on other people, having a good time. Because I was at the time I lived with my parents, I didn't pay any bills. I was in a better financial situation than a lot of my friends. And if you're my friends, some of them were not friends. Girls I'll be talking to, whatever. So I was just like, damn, well, we trying to kick it? You want to shit buy an eighth? Want to get some pizza? I got it. I became to the I got it guy. Because I'm like, my friends, no worries. But then, one, some people aren't even here no more. Two, that shit was goofy as fuck. Because not only could I have done things better to save my money, when I actually needed to spend it and I had to go buy a Mac, Macs are fucking expensive. Yeah. That shit was like $3,000 out of my savings. A boom, a ka-chunk. Now I'm here living on my own in my own apartment, which I do fine. I'm not, in debt or not able to feed myself and shit. I do okay, but it's like, fuck, like, I definitely wish I would have stacked a few more grand before I moved out of my parents' house. No,
for sure. That's another thing. You got that you hit that right on the head, bro. If you're about to approach your 20s, do not rush to grow up and move out.
Hell no.
Stack your chips, bro. Save that fetty. You feel me, bro? Because look, they gonna pressure you to move out. Who's gonna pay your bills?
You.
Who's gonna be the motherfucker that's crying, sleeping on the cold floor when they turn your heat off? Exactly. And it's like, you don't want to get there. I've been there. You don't want to be there. Save your money. Don't let society, Twitter, Instagram pressure you into moving out. Don't let your pride or ego, like...
Or significant other, because that shit happens too.
Yeah. Don't let no other external source creep in and tell you to do something that long-term is just not smart. Like, if you can live with your parents, do that as long as you can. Save your money, limit your expenses, save, and just be smart. But if you don't choose to listen to that, at least don't go to jail and don't go to the hospital.
Right. How do you feel about like dating your 20s? Would you ever suggest that people?
I stopped dating. I haven't been in a relationship since I was 19, 18,
Really?
18, 19. I've never been in a relationship in my 20s. I'm probably going to go. I might go the whole 20. We'll see.
By choice?
Yeah and no. By choice in terms of, consciously I'm choosing not to have a girlfriend.
Are you trying to not have one? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not like, I would love a girlfriend, but like going back to like, there's just certain things, the truth hurts. Like we go back to right back at the beginning of the conversation. You have to keep it real with yourself. I wasn't ready for a relationship. I probably still ain't. Like, just because a bunch of people are in a relationship doesn't mean that's the norm. Like societal like norms are not right. Like 90% of these fucking relationships are toxic. A lot of them end in domestic violence. A lot of people are getting cheated on. A lot of kids are getting abused. A lot of like, it's just a lot of bad shit going on. And it's like, not to say I would do any of that, but I don't even have my own life in order. It just doesn't make sense to me how young people who are so confused and lost bring another person into their life. Now, a lot of that can be codependency and emotional attachments and trauma, which needs to be addressed again, like intelligence and emotional intelligence and education needs to be addressed early. I don't think there's a need for like serious relationships that young, unless you feel like you're in love and you have an understanding of what love really is. Because like you said, man, it's just, I don't think people are ready for that. Like relationships. Do some of you people understand?
It's a lot, bro.
Like how much effort and time and energy it goes into like actually making a relationship work?
Let me tell you, bro.
I don't know, but I've watched people.
It can be a lot, man. Like, like I live an hour apart from my significant other. And so
well, I couldn't do that. Well, I don't know actually. I don't know what I could do.
I think everything stems from what exactly it is you want. Do you deem it worth it or not, And how much of it is actually worth the actual trip of, do you really want to be with this person? Do you want to spend time with this person? And you got to really fuck with this person, really like this person to actually understand that, this is going to be a lot of effort. This is going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of time, sometimes it's a lot of money spent. That's if you a dude. Sometimes the dudes end up blowing fucking... Bruh, let me tell you. Bullshit. Yeah, relationships all depends. I think you can, if it's worth it. Everyone's situation is different. You know what I'm saying? Some people are set up differently to in their lives, so they feel like, damn, okay, like maybe I can't handle that right now. I got a lot of change going on. Some people just want to put all the time into
the financial aspect, like you spoke about, bro, it fucking blows my mind. Like I said, if you don't got enough money to take care of yourself, why would you get into a relationship with somebody? That just don't make sense to me, because you're going to be miserable. And who wants to be miserable?
Nobody.
Together? It's like a recipe for disaster. I just don't think people are using their brains, bro.
Yeah.
I think kids should relationships shouldn't be
shouldn't be a huge priority. It should just happen.
Yeah.
Let it happen.
Exactly.
Be patient. Let it happen. Plus, good things comes lying way. I used to be a guy who used to throw myself into situations just because it's like, I think I like this, but I think I like this person. But now that I'm actually in a situation where I feel confident in myself, I believe in myself, and I believe my partner is actually good, or we're kind of on even planes.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely has its ups and downs. Shit is not pretty. You ask these couples who've been together for 30, 40 years and whatever, that shit is ugly. It's hard.
Bro, when you get it, understand what you're doing. It's not like you want to be my in a relationship? No, we're rocking for life now. Especially if you get married, you're in a binding contractual agreement. That's what you're in. You're up against for life now. You know what I'm saying? It's not or you have to be in it for that, that real. And I don't think people understand that.
I don't think so either.
Just the way they do it. Some of these people that have I'm not even gonna judge nobody. I don't get it.
It is, yeah. No, I get what you're saying though. I think there's a fine line between judging people, just being observant, and you kind of observe. You can't. Some people are the way they are for some in the past, But I think what it all starts at, and I got older to realize is that you don't really understand. I feel like you have to get older to really understand how much someone's environment they grew up in shapes them, even without you even noticing it.
Yeah,
I always say I think everyone always kind of be like, I don't want to be like my parents. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, because, you know, they grew up with them and they see the parts about their parents and think it's annoying. They're like, I don't want to be like them.
Yeah, but there's beautiful parts of your parents that you have in you as well.
Exactly. And you can't shake that shit.
Nope.
And you never will. So I think, I honestly feel like that we have to do a better job of just learning people.
And ourselves.
Yeah,
we need to learn, bro. We need to be educated. You can't, like, kids don't just know how to learn. They have to be taught and they have to be educated. And I'm gonna keep saying it until
you can't talk no more, huh?
Yup. We gotta start educating our kids, bro, our children, and we have to invest in it.
I agree. Now, we're gonna wrap up here in a little bit. Let me get did you make a list of albums you loved last year in 2020 at all? Or do you remember someone? Not even a list. Just what are some albums that you loved that came out last year?
Let's see. Pop Smoke shit was fire.
Okay.
Damn, this shorty bad. It's some joints on IG.
Oh, of course it is. But the thing is with those is that is it real? Is it fake? You know
no, that's the. So for Instagram, just look. Just go look.
Don't think too deep.
Yeah.
That's eye candy.
If you want to shoot, just shoot, and then you feel me. Get a vibe for it. See what's to it, but.
Cause bro, like it's so easy.
Don't fall for it right away, but it's cool to look at. What was I going to look at? Albums.
Yeah, albums. And it's so easy to just fall right into that different kind of shit of just like looking at like, oh my gosh, so far, and then you get like, oh, I just need so many big booties, I don't even care anymore. Like you go to your Explore. If you are a man, if you go to, I don't know what women's Instagram is like, because I feel like they definitely do algorithms differently for different people. But like if you go press your Explore page on Instagram, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Without even me scrolling different kinds of women that are either half naked or trying to model something with their bodies. Like, you get tired of it, man.
No, for sure.
When I'm on Twitter now, one thing I block porn completely on Twitter.
Damn.
Yeah, no, completely. Because that's the kind of shit that you always see, and that shit is just annoying. Like, it's just like, how much am I going to see? I don't even want to see that shit. Like, if I'm not even in the mood to see it, why does it keep popping up? You know?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we trying to talk about music.
Yeah, I don't know. I fuck with My Turn. Bad Bunny and Pop Smoke got some fire albums.
Very much so. How do you...
Future and I don't know, did the Future and Uzi shit come out last year?
Yeah, that came out.
Yeah, that shit hot. My shit, Blue Fame.
Of course.
Obviously. I don't know what else came out.
Benny the Butcher.
I didn't listen to it.
Freddie Gibbs.
I fuck with Freddie. That's my dog, but I really didn't listen to it.
Okay. See, Freddie Gibbs. Let me see. I got my list ready. Freddie Gibbs. Where the hell? I just had it because we.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't listen to. There was a point like I really wanted to experiment with what I listened to this year.
Yeah.
And other than the things that I go to for emotional sentiment support in hip hop, I really didn't like dive into much new shit. You know what I'm saying? Like new shit coming out. Yeah. I was more so a lot of the new artists that I was looking at were like their old music. But what other albums?
Savage Mode 2, 21 Savage Metro Boomin.
I listened to a couple songs. 21's my dog, though. I fuck with him.
This is a lesser known guy, but you ever heard of Grip out of Atlanta? Halo? Okay, I like that one. Detroit 2?
That's Big Sean?
Yes.
I didn't listen to that either, but I'm guessing it's fire.
It's pretty decent. It's not my number one, but it's pretty decent.
I spent the majority of my year working. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's fair. I'm not mad because you dropped one project 2020, you dropped another project.
I dropped 3 projects in the past 6 months.
Oh, I missed one?
8matiklogan EP.
8matiklogan EP. Oh, I did miss. All I got was A and Blue Flame. Damn it, my bad.
8matiklogan EP.
I definitely missed one. I'm sorry.
But it's cool. It's all love. Just go show some love. It's just an EP. It was just a kick. Get me out my deal. I mean, not get me out my deal. It was to kick off being out of my deal.
Oh, okay. Because I think Frank Ocean did something like that. Frank Ocean.
Yeah, he did some crazy shit to get out of his deal.
I think it's called Endless. It was called, and I was super hyped for it. And I'm watching this video, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is he doing?
No, A$AP Rocky talked about that.
He released that little, which it was decent music.
I think it was a visual album.
It was a visual album, him like putting building blocks together or something like that with some music playing in the background. and labeled as an album so he can get out of his deal. And then he gave us
The real shit.
yes. That's crazy. What's the craziest label story you've ever heard? Label nightmare, whatever. For me, I probably said that's. I mean, we've all seen the video when Dame Dash walked in Rockefeller, and he started. You seen the video where he walks in there, they're holding a meeting about Jay-Z without him.
He's like, "Why the fuck you talking to my artist?"
Set that bitch up, bro. Craziest label moment you could think of
that I've been through, or that
you. I mean, you can if you want to, but just in general, I was asking.
I think it's fucking crazy what went on with Birdman and Wayne.
Disrespectful.
I think that's a true testament and a prime example of how vicious this industry can get. I think that's one of the big things that kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a lot of foul shit, like not related to the music industry. The Dave Chappelle shit is fucked up.
Yeah, very fucked up.
You know,
Yeah.
like a lot of the way these entertainment deals are structured, and you know, so it's not really. There's just a lot of examples, like the Meg deals. Like it's not really super fucked up. What they like a very vile and horrible thing, but the deal was bad. It was just a fucking poor deal, you know. And I thought she had more than what I thought. She was in a better situation than what she was in, so it was kind of like eye-opening and kind of confusing.
She also had the leverage for that, though. At the time, she was the hottest artist on the planet. She still is one of the hottest artists on the planet, but she definitely had the leverage to be like, yo, give me what the fuck I want.
Yeah.
So.
But she was in a fucked up deal, so.
That, too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shame you got to use your leverage to get out of a fucked up deal. Shame you're in a fucked up deal to begin with. But I could relate to her on that level. But I don't know.
How long was that battle like, though? Like, how long was this battle for you to get out of your deal?
From the moment, the battle internally was from the moment I signed it. Like, I knew, I never had a good feeling about it, bro. I didn't want to sign it. You know what I'm saying? And the overall process of getting out took a while. I was depressed and down for like almost 9 months. So... like 9 months of, and that's fast. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and my shit was pretty cool, but it gets ugly, bro.
What's it like going into the studios and recording and still seeing, you know, the execs or whomever you had to see? I don't know exactly.
I ain't seen nobody. Once I decided to get out my shit, I haven't seen any of them since.
Oh, wow.
I didn't work with them anymore after I was decided to leave. I didn't work with them anymore. I haven't seen them.
So you weren't going to the studio at all, nothing?
Not with them.
Damn.
No, for sure.
Because I imagine like walking to like you walk into a job and it's just awkward because it's like, you know, this person doesn't want to be here, but then the person that like is the boss is still there.
Yeah, like I probably could have went to the studio. Like I'm probably entitled to studio time while I'm trying to get out my deal. But
yeah, because you're still technically signed even though you're trying to get out.
But I don't want to go there. I don't want to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't want to see me. You know what I'm saying? We're conflicting right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not in harmony, our relationship. You know what I'm saying right now? So there was no point for me to go there, but I was working on music. And I was, even if I wasn't in the studio, I was writing, thinking of ideas, you know, just trying to plan for the future, trying to figure out any way in my head that this works out for me, you know? It was bad though, bro. It was dark, man. It's a lot of drugs, a lot of crying, a lot of stupid decisions. I was gonna say something else, but
okay, that's fair.
Yeah, a lot of dumb shit.
What moments? Like I know you said right when you. So you said right when you signed, you were like, I shouldn't have did this.
I'm talking about when I like signing the paper. I knew while I was signing it, I was like, man, I'm gonna regret this. Like this is dumb.
So why still go through with it? Because we all do that. But like, what?
It's that peer pressure that external force
making you feel like you got to do this.
You know, and not to say that anybody forced me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that at all. I take full responsibility. I signed that contract, but I also didn't read it. I also didn't know what I was signing. You know what I'm saying? So that was more so why I was feeling like that. I knew from the jump I shouldn't be signing this contract, regardless of what the fuck is in it. Because I could have signed it and it could have been the greatest deal of all time. But I knew I shouldn't have signed that. And I have to get better at identifying those moments while they're there and understand what it's telling me and to abort. Because I still make those same, poor lapse of judgment. Because it's really hard to identify what your gut is telling you. You just know it's telling you something. And then somebody like me, I have bad stomach conditions already. So, in your gut and your mind they're synchronized. They're one and the same. You know what I'm saying? Some people call your gut your second brain.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always sick. So I'm always in like different moods and always just on edge sometimes. So I don't even know where I was going with that, but
decision making.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So like for me, it's always like a challenge to understand what my gut and what my stomach is telling me. But usually people don't have sicknesses and conditions like that. So usually you should be able to identify if you're self-aware. You know what I'm saying? People should work on that type of skill because your intuitiveness is like a sixth sense. And it's not just some fake, shit. It's real as fuck. People should study human beings because we're gods, bro. We can do magic and shit.
I agree. I definitely agree.
We can definitely do magic.
Now, is there a specific, and this will be my last question, I'm going to cut you loose, because I know you got to drive back.
Yeah.
Is there a specific moment or something exactly that happened that made you think like, all right, it's time to like really get the fuck out of here?
Can you say that again?
Is there a specific moment or something that happened where you were just like, all right, it's time to get the fuck out of here?
With the label?
Yeah.
It was built. All like the tension and the energy was built. Frustration was built, and it just kept building and piling. And eventually something, it breaks. You just keep feeling something that's gonna pop. So there was something at the end that kind of was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't feel like talking about that, but there wasn't one definitive moment where I was like, that's it, I'm gone. No, it was like, this is fucking lame. It's like every day is something else, So it's like, man, I'm out this bitch, straight like that. And I wasn't even sure if that was a good decision because I already had a deal. People are fucking dying to get a deal, bro. Especially during the pandemic right now. Artists are hurting.
Can't tour. Can't do live shows.
You can't do nothing. You can't do shit. Like, we're already dedicating your life to a craft as an artist is already a fucking risk. Being in a pandemic is another thing, but yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I get sidetracked.
You're all good. You're all good. We about to wrap it up anyway. So go ahead and give everybody social medias. Unless there's anything you want to talk about or want to get off your chest.
I just want to say I appreciate you having me here, bro.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, man. I just want everybody to, attack 2021, write your goals down, try to accomplish something this year, and make sure you download 888, or not download, stream 888, stream Blue Fame, stream 8matiklogan EP on all platforms. I got some more surprises for y'all, so be checking my Spotify and Apple and all that.
Go get your merch.
8matiklogan.com. Like I said, we got hoodies, masks.
8matik Book Club.
Yup, 8matik Book Club. Just follow me on everything. Like, I'm really just trying to elevate not just myself, but humanity. So, I just ask that people show me some love, support, and I'm reciprocating the energy.
There we go. All right, guys. Of course, as always, you can find us at ISD and School Detention. Pierce's Instagram is PierceMichael_1. ISD and School Detention on all podcast platforms and YouTube. And Devonn Allen on Instagram. And DShoots815 on Twitter. I'm trying to really get my Twitter game up, tell you the truth.
Oh, shit. I didn't give my Instagram name. 8matiklogan. Simple. That's all my shit. I'm telling you guys to go follow me on everything. That's my name. Period.
Definitely. Mr. Blue Check.
Yeah, that shit was fire. Shout out IG.
Definitely. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Bro.